So this is the first time that I do live streaming while we eat lunch with our favorite deep dish pizza. And then this the extra sauce, the marinara sauce. And Frank bought this in is a barrel. It's a kind of Italian or
Chicago style deep dish pizza.
here's the wow, it's still warm. Okay, so this is the extra sauce, but we don't need this. What's hot sauce? No need. So this is the extra sauce. Okay, so let me open. Wow. Wow, wow. See guys? How much is this the whole pizza, Frank?
When you go to Sbarro, it's gonna be 2,019 pesos.
Oh. But it's worth it. Is somebody's watching? No. It's okay. Give me your plate, my love. Mm. All right. Time to fry it.
Okay, now.
So I really appreciate Frank effort to go to SM Sukat to bought this deep dish pizza. Okay, so
Chicago style deep dish pizza.
so thank you so much, my love.
Yeah, anytime.
Mm.
sweetheart.
So I'm waiting for him because I told him, oh, I feel so hungry now. Hi, Juice. Thank you for coming, Juice.
And the thing that you'll really like about this pizza is you got this top layer of cheese and marinara sauce and spices and cheese sprinkled into the sauce. And then down, if you look down in the middle, you'll see all the meat and stuffing in there. And then below that is the bottom crust. But it's delicious, it's juicy, it's meaty, you'll love it.
Actually, I already, made, this is one thing, guys, that I can really tell you if you're gonna try, so I made seafoods marinara. Okay, but
And her seafood marinara is fantastic.
so
Okay, it's full of shrimp
and
and
scallops.
scallops.
Yeah.
And she uses different size shrimps. So it's not all small, the little small shrimps that you usually get. It's the small shrimp and then what, medium size or large?
Medium.
And medium size. And then the scallops. So it's really good. Too bad you can't have none.
So
Just joking.
yeah. So but anyway, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. No big deal. So let's enjoy the food that you bought and the food that I prepared. So the marinara, the seafoods marinara, I will eat that. We eat that later tonight. Hi, Brett. Hello. How is my brother, Brett? How's the taste?
This is good. I always love this pizza.
Yeah. So this is one thing, guys. When it comes to foods, me and Frank are totally, uh,
Connoisseurs.
yeah, because like Frank, buy stuff in like clothes. I'm not really into that, but Frank will tell me, oh, when is the schedule for groceries? So I love that. So when it comes to food, especially if somebody's come here in our crib, I don't really stingy when it comes to the food that I serve to them. Okay, as a Filipino hospitality, we don't really, I don't really uh, what do you call that, Frank? Control the food.
Skimp, skimp on the ingredients.
Yeah.
She use only first grade, #1 ingredients in everything that she makes for our guests.
Yeah. So that when they come, they will experience how I welcome them to my home by giving them or by serving them a good food. Because not all people are often to give a good food to their guests. Sometimes they don't offer food, but me, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. Even when I visit some of my friends, I'll make sure that I'm not empty handed. Mm, so good. You know what? Even though it compared to other pizza, this is kind of a pricey, but I don't really mind. We don't really mind that because this is worth it, the price.
Well, you're not gonna find too many $40 pizzas, because that's just about what it costs in US dollars, about $40. So, but it's worth it here. It's the closest thing that you're gonna get to some of the pizza places in Chicago that invented this deep dish pizza.
Actually, I want to eat, the pasta also, but this is a heavy, lunch. So we're gonna eat the marinara pizza. Pasta seafoods marinara sauce later tonight. Actually, my little sister, when she tried that at Shakey's, because they have also seafoods marinara. Oh my God, she's crazy about that.
Um, this is Lily's show, so I'm gonna let her talk while I eat my pizza.
Yeah. It's okay, guys. Just watch us while we're eating. So I did not eat breakfast. So if you buy this just a slice in SM, not all SM has Isabaro. So 259, right, Frank? So about $5.
Mm, I don't know how much it costs by the slice, because I don't like buying buying
No.
it by the slice.
If you're gonna buy just a slice, that's 259 pesos. So that would be like about $5. SNR pizza is good also. You know the combo, it's good, and then the Hawaiian is good. There is a place I have been to Chicago, Oregon, that has a 16 inches pizza that is $45.
Well, in the United States, that's normal. But over here in the Philippines, that's not normal. Stuff is usually way cheaper here in the Philippines.
Usually Filipino likes Pizza Hut, Domino's, Shakey's, but just I'm not really into the Shakey's pizza because it's kind of a dry, and I'm not really into that. And then there's a local pizza house, like they call it Greenwich, and Pizza Hut only that we eat is a barrow deep dish pizza, and then sometimes Pizza Hut, but majority is SNR. Yeah, because SNR is good.
When you go to Sbarro's here, they have them in Chicago, but you won't see that many people buying a whole pizza. You'll see people buying slices. You'll see them get one, maybe two slices, and that's it. But no, not that many Filipinos are gonna spend 2,000 pesos
For the pizza.
for a pizza. They're just not gonna do it. You can buy a lot of rice with 2,000 pesos.
Yeah. And then the frozen pizza that I like, it's in a
Um,
Tom
Tombstone,
Tombstone.
and I think we have gotten Red Baron before.
Mm. But the one that we bought in the local pizza, I'm not prejudiced against local product or particularly, but who's this? Ryan, hi Ryan, hello. Thank you so much for still in my membership. Congratulations, you're 2 months member. Sometimes I love to eat, a simple Filipino food. Particularly fish and vegetable. So masarap. But you know what? I prefer Coke than water.
Mm.
You want some?
No, I'm all right. 'Cause I got the water because I've been out
Mm.
and I was parched. And sometimes there's nothing better than water to
Yeah.
refresh you.
But while I'm waiting for you, I keep drinking water. I don't drink any of juice or what, 'cause I might lose my appetite. There's a bazaar there, Frank, in the tennis basketball court.
I didn't pay attention.
You didn't notice.
I was on a mission.
Mm.
Now, you see, my wife is drinking Coke. And I love Coke. But my wife is always on me about drinking the Coke. She wants me to drink more water. And you see what just happened? I'm drinking the water. And now she offers me Coke because you guys are watching.
No. I always offer everything for you. Sabaro are in malls here. There's a Sabaro in the mall. I think so, because this is
In
NYC.
different malls. They
NYC.
don't have it in every mall.
Mm-hmm. NYC 1956. So this is 70 years.
That's like in our local mall, they don't have one. So I had to drive to the next town over to be able to buy this pizza.
Oh my God, so good. So that's why I really appreciate, Frank's effort. That's just to let him know, to let him feel that I really appreciate it. Okay? I like the pork, the crust. Who's this? I can't really see. Sorry, I need my eyeglasses. I have a hard time, to read. Michael, I, Michael, hi, MP.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
So, Mike, if you're coming here, I will, we serve you. But, I don't know when is your, Insta schedule. He said, "What's up, bro?" We're eating.
Nothing but good pizza, man.
Yeah. Another 1.49. Thank you so much, Brett. This is so. Thank you. I was watching the news a while ago. There's another typhoon,
Mm.
but the typhoon will landfall in somewhere in Mindanao. But here in Luzon, will affect.
So it's gonna be in the south.
Yeah. I hope that our Christmas party will not be rainy.
Shouldn't be.
You know what I'm thinking about? I have a polka dot dress, and then dress, and then I'm gonna wear shoes with heels, and then put some a ribbon on my hair. Just kind of a
You could do that.
retro attire, right?
You could pull that off.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Or not putting the Mickey Mouse.
You can even put the Mickey Mouse ears on and
Yeah.
pull that off.
Oh yeah?
Yes, because that's 1950s.
50s, 60s. Because here
50s, 1950s.
the
Yeah.
retro. So we have a Christmas party here, guys. That this coming December 30, next week, Saturday. So the costume is retro attire. So I try, to ask Frank, I want to join, but he just be quiet. So
Cause I'm not gonna dress up in retro clothes, that's why. I'm not letting her push me into something that I don't wanna do.
ew. Frank doesn't like, OB ice cream. Any kind of cake. But we have, vanilla and strawberry swirl ice cream. It's good. We got that from SNR.
The thing is, a lot of bar desserts that we have in the United States, they don't have in their stores. Say like if you wanted some sherbet, okay, it's hard to find sherbet over here. And me, I love orange sherbet or pineapple sherbet, and then to mix some ginger ale into it. Love that. But haven't had any in years because I'm here. And this is one of the few things that's that you can get that's like in the United States that makes me feel like I'm at home. Because it's the only place that I've seen that sells deep dish pizza. And if you ever been to Chicago, you know Chicago is known for its deep dish pizza.
So usually a Filipino dessert, if you have money, you can have cake. But if you're less, no dessert. Actually, I love, mango. The one that the last time that, we bought, it's sweet.
Mm.
But the kilo is 270 because it's not season of mango. But it's good.
When I go to Dunkin' Donuts here or Krispy Kreme, I'm always hoping that they'll have the donuts with the filling filled with apple. Never.
Yeah. Our donut here is not as well,
Y'all have some nice donuts, but that's just something. It's like most Americans love apple pie, so we like our stuff with apples.
buko pie. Buko pie. Filipino buko pie. Buko, coconut pie. Because we call that the green coconut, we call that boko. If it's brown, that's coconut that you can grind and then you can squeeze and then use the coconut milk. That's coconut. We call that coconut. But the green one that remember before that I bought and let you try the meat and then the water. We call that boko.
Well, if you've ever been to Baker Square and had their pineapple pie, their pie does not taste as good as Baker Square to me. That's my opinion. Okay.
Well,
Coconut cream pie from Baker Square. I miss that. Just like I miss the banana cream and lemon meringue. I don't find here.
yeah, because we're common here are cake bite. There's chocolate chiffon. We have apple pie with the walnuts.
With the crumbs.
And then ubi cake or ubi ice cream.
I want to tell you guys, if you have recipes, okay, for certain foods that you like, bring the recipe with you so your Filipino, okay, can make that food for you. But some things they're gonna need your recipe, okay, because they can look online. A lot of other people's recipes are not the same as what you might be used to. So bring your recipes.
Okay, so let me read this from Brett. I have had Detroit deep style pizza at Shields in Michigan. Okay, from Ryan, it's better to eat healthy. It's better for your health and heart health and your weight. Yeah, actually, this kind of food, Ryan, we're not often to eat this. Actually, how many? Just 2 days ago that I'm telling you, Frank, I'm craving of Hawaiian pizza from SNR.
Well, actually today, we were supposed to have some guests, but they had to cancel.
Yeah.
And I wanted them to
Try.
this pizza out, besides the stuff that my wife had cooked. So, more for me.
Yeah, that's a good thing that just only the sauce that I cook, not the not the pasta. Because the sauce you can store that in the freezer. And then the scallop and then the shrimp I don't overcook.
Like I said, more for me.
But I'm so excited the marinara later tonight because I'm gonna partner that with baguette with butter and garlic with
Mm.
drizzle of parsley. So that's the best partner. And of course, I have San Miguel Light there. I'm gonna drink that with San Miguel Light.
And we have Heineken also.
Okay, give me 5. So, the San Miguel Light, it was, last November 25th is my little sister birthday. So we celebrated that out of town in Tagaytay. So there's a leftover 4 bottles of apple beer and then San Miguel Light. So I just brought it home. So I don't know if I'm gonna invite her because she's crazy about the marinara seafoods. So maybe I can contact her. Come here, let's eat the marinara. It's your chance. It's free. You can eat whatever you want.
For you guys that love Heineken, I love it too. But I have an emergency kit
Oh yeah.
that I always keep just in case I run out. Let me show you.
I was so shocked when he bought that. Oh, I know that when he put that in my kitchen, I can see and I can tell to myself, oh, this is Frank property. So funny.
This is my emergency kit.
Yeah, I don't really touch his Heineken because it's kind of hard to find. So
I always keep 6 Heineken in this for emergency purposes.
So German beer, Brett said,
From Holland.
from Holland. I like also the Heineken because I'm very curious. I asked Frank, can I have 1 can? And then I try. But I try to control myself not to steal his Heineken. So I have San Miguel Light there. Maybe I put 1 or maybe 2.
You can see we have a wine cooler up there,
Yeah.
apple beer, San Miguel Light.
And then I have rum.
You got rum, and you also have some sangria wine.
Yeah. So I have to control my mouth for that.
The
Last
Heineken is mine.
last year, I drink a lot, Frank. You bought a lot of drinks,
Oh, blame it on me.
So I'm the one that, I don't want to become an alcoholic for that, but I drink occasionally.
Bobby Brown got the same rap when it came to Whitney Houston. Don't believe it.
Don't believe on me? San Miguel makes gin too. Yeah. We call that Ginebra San Miguel. Gin. Ginebra. So that's kind of a strong. But I like suju. Remember, the Korean gin, that we try in SNR that, there's a
Yeah.
great flavor.
Yeah.
But the San Miguel gin, it's kind of a strong.
San Miguel also owns one of the toll roads here.
Yeah. Somewhere,
Drink that.
somewhere going to south Calax, Enlex, Cavitex, they own that. So one slice of deep dish pizza, you're good.
Yes, it's filling.
So I have to put this in a foil because this is not fit on the refrigerator.
Nah,
Oh,
Coca-Cola.
always Coca-Cola. Actually, when I eat, deep dish pizza or pizza, pasta, I always, drink with Coke. But if it's not pizza or pasta, I just drink water. So now, this is what? In Tagalog, we call this tubig. Ginebra and San Miguel have teams in the PBA. Yeah,
Yeah, basketball team.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ginebra, that's the name of the brand of, but the corporation is San Miguel.
That be belching.
It's okay, you can belch.
One good thing I do have to say about a lot of the major corporations here, if you are doing something and trying to get a sponsor and you contact them, a lot of them will help you. They'll make donations and stuff like that to
Yeah.
worthy causes. So that's a good thing about the corporations here.
Yeah, if they can, like example, the Ginebra San Miguel, and then, if you are Filipino or other, we have a import PBA player. So if they watch how you play, and then you have a potential that they can use you to bring their product or their corporation to get popular. They're gonna, like Frank said, they will contact and talk to your manager if you have manager, or by yourself.
Yeah, just made me think about something.
Yeah, PBA.
One of my first times here, I was at a hotel, and I ran into a black man, a brother, and started talking to him, and found out that he played for the PBA here, and I had never watched any of their basketball games. So we sat down at the same table to eat and was talking, and as people started coming into the restaurant, people were coming over and asking him to sign
The autograph.
the autograph and stuff like that. And well, this was before I had this gray hair, but they thought I was maybe younger than I am. Okay, and one little girl came over and asked me, "And are you somebody?" And I said, "Yeah, I am somebody, but no, sweetheart, I don't play basketball. I'm too old."
Yeah, remember when you arrived here 2019, we went to Mega Mall and we do grocery.
Mhm.
And then, the bugger, the male bugger asked me, and then he's staring at you. And then when we went standing to get the taxi outside, and then he said, sir is a NBA player?" My goodness. And then I told him no, because he said,
We're tall over here.
Yeah.
So, if you're 6 feet tall or taller, everybody is going to probably think that you're one of the PBA basketball players here.
you can you can s- you can still play horse. Horse.
Yeah, that's where you stand at a certain spot and shoot. One person shoots from that spot, and then you have to go to that spot and shoot. But as far as trying to run a full court, no way. I wouldn't even try running half court. Okay, I'm too old. I'm too old. My mind though sometimes tell me, because we have a basketball court out here, and I see the young Filipinos out there playing basketball, and my mind tells me, oh man, you ought to go out there and show them how to play ball. And then it's this other little thing over on this shoulder here telling me, fool, sit your old ass down. Don't you go over there messing with them young boys. You know you can't do nothing with them young boys.
Yeah, I just when we go to SNR, there's a lot of ball, this fouling ball, and then I just grab and do a dribble. I told Frank, I want this because it's just like part of exercise because we have a basketball court here. Okay, so I just do shooting exercise, dribble and then shooting. And then I told him that we can do that, but he so he refused to give me that. Okay, Frank. So I have a question. Okay, because this is you always mention about that you are the representative of American men, particularly passport bros. So, what is your experience? You've been here for almost 7 years in the Philippines and married to a Filipina. How, because before you married me, you had been through relationship.
I dated a few Filipinos.
Okay, you dated a few Filipinas, but it's not us living together. But you also relationship with Western women, particularly black. What is the difference? The treatment that you experience with them and you experience with me. What's the.
No fights. I've never had to throw my dukes up to defend myself. No, seriously, we really don't have arguments. We may have disagreements and we may talk about it. Sometimes she'll have her little temple thing, temple. And that's where they have a little attitude, but they don't say nothing. They just kind of stay off by themselves instead of trying to argue with you. As to where with most of a lot of the women, not all, in the United States, you end up in a big argument. You may end up fighting. Some sisters can box. You have to box that helper. Defend yourself, okay? But I've never had that problem with a Filipino. Usually, if as the man, if you say something, then that's what it is. You're the leader, so that's the difference. A lot of the women there want to lead, and the women here have no problem following what it is that their man wants to do. He's the leader of the family.
Okay. But actually, some Filipino that they can fight, but not literally they act like a man. Just maybe there's a few, just rare. Okay, some Filipino that they can fight, especially to defend themselves. But
Yeah, but I've never had or seen a Filipina jump up and say, "What you want to do?"
what
So
you
like,
gonna
sit
do?
up. What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? And a sister will challenge you like that.
So me, the the follow up question is how Frank treated me. Ah, he treated me good. But this is the only thing that sometimes maybe as a I grown in a countryside. Some things that I can able to save money, and then I do things. Sometimes he don't really like that because he said that we're not rich, we're not poor, we're in the middle. But he doesn't really want me to do things that I'm act
I
like.
have to remind my wife because she is so humble. Okay, and sometimes I do have to tell her that she does not have to take, excuse me, that she does not have to take certain things off of certain people, and that she needs to understand her net worth. Instead of thinking that other people may be higher than her status. You know, so sometimes I do have to remind her she's a millionaire
No.
in Philippine money.
In Philippine money. Millionaire. So, well, I'm not really into that because, I know sometimes some people that I think, they hesitate. They hesitate. I think they hesitate to meet me in person because, they really think that, I'm, my lifestyle or my lifestyle, no, lifestyle is kind of a, high. No, it's not. I'm just like a normal person. And I don't really, that's the one thing, guys, that here's what I noticed. What I noticed, most of Filipina, okay, most of Filipina, I'm not saying all, but most of Filipina that they married to, they came from a poor family. And then once they married to a Western man, they suddenly change, okay? But I don't
She
want
hasn't. She hasn't changed. She's still the same. And
I don't want to some people they just go a party, brag themselves, they don't know, don't even take care of the house, the food, house, the needs of their husband. I'm not really into that because I have friends, they go to, but I prepare to choose Frank. It doesn't really matter that I've been here in the house 24/7 just staring my husband. I'm good with that. Then to deal with my friend, and then I'm eating there, and then I'm laughing, and then I'm thinking, is my husband eat? How is he? Is everything is okay? So I don't want to think that. So I prepare to stay with him. But the thing is, that's the reason why that some Filipina or some Western men, they come here in the Philippines, they have bring a lot of money, and then suddenly they become broke. So I don't want to end up Frank become broke, me and become broke because they suddenly change that they think that their money will not Uh,
As my wife, you listening to her and her worry, you know, the mistake that a lot of guys make when they make these trips to foreign countries and then they decide that they want to stay. Well, not only should you have a nice savings, but you also have to have an income that's coming in. You just can't come over here with $10,000 or $20,000 and think that you're going to make it forever off of that money. One of the things is it's harder for you as a foreigner to be able to acquire a job here.
yes, that's
You know, so
correct.
you have to know that. You know, especially if you're trying to get a high-paying job. And,
Yeah.
and a lot of these things where I've read where Filipinos have made rules as to where you may be hired, but mostly what they're going to want you to do is train somebody to be able to do what you do. And then you out the door. So why even bother? So if you don't have some type of residual income coming in or investments where you've got, you know, dividends or something coming in, or retirement where you have a pension, plus your money, okay, then I don't think you're gonna last. And another thing, if you were a simp in the United States, don't come over here with that BS, okay?
Yeah.
People have to work for what they want. You just don't give stuff away, you know. So that's my little advice to you. But you grown men, you're gonna do what you want to do. If you want to give away your money, because I've heard so many stories of guys doing very nice things for Filipinas and end up feeling like they were taken or conned, okay? When actually, okay, the only person that can be conned is a greedy person. If you're not greedy, you can't be conned. And what you give to a person out of your heart, they didn't beat you out of it. You gave it to them. So they didn't con you out of it.
Yeah. So that's that's the word from our friend Kate. But like I said a while ago that for those it's not only for Filipino women, for all over the world women, okay? If you came from for a less family and then you meet and you pick the rich man, don't change, okay? Because I don't know for those people that believe in God, or this is my experience. Don't test the time, okay? Don't test the time, because once you test the time and you suddenly change, all the blessings, all the luck, it's gonna be vanished, okay? So there's nothing wrong with the change to improve yourself. It's not there's nothing wrong with that, but don't change just to brag yourself to other people that when you act you're richer than them, or so we never know. So don't ever change for that. So me, I well, if there's I do something good, but I don't really want to say this online. But it's just like, if there's a God, I'll just my bonus to God if I help people that needed help. But I don't brag that. Okay, if there's a God. So it's just like my fare to heaven. So Hi, DPG. Hello, kamusta? So, and anyway, there's nothing wrong to dream big, okay? But you don't have to brag something because you can really tell that some Filipina. Why I say this some Filipina because I want to open eyes for those Western people, full for the BS of Filipina or full for the drama of Filipina. Okay, because this is one thing that please act right because we good Filipina it's just like they generalize all Filipina are scammer, all Filipina are gold digger. No, so you have to act right so that you left the name of Filipina, good Filipina.
Look, all she's saying is, take your time, find out if somebody likes you for you, not because what you can do for them or what you give to them.
Yes.
Make sure that they like you because of your personality. And you make sure that you like them for their personality, not the way that they look, not when she turns around and you see that behind and you like, oh yeah, baby got something, baby got back, okay? Now, go for what's up there. And that relationship will last if you have a meeting of the minds.
Yeah, it's just like this is one thing that the couple, that boyfriend and girlfriend that Calvin interviewed, okay, the black man,
Mm-hmm.
they've been 3 years together but no plan to settle down.
Mm.
So it's just like for me, okay, here's my thought process for that. I don't want to end up or engage thing for 5 years, 10 years, and then you end up you're not getting married. So it's just like wasting of time.
Yeah, I'm not Richie Rich. Um, and our engagement didn't last that long, because we knew that we wanted each other. And so,
It's just about a year.
why let her get away? Don't do that. And I know she felt the same way. Good man, why let him get away? And that's the foolishness of some women in this world, especially Western women. It's not like they have not met good men, okay? But usually they don't pay attention, okay, to the good men, okay?
Yeah.
They usually want somebody that they think that is exciting. They want the bad boy because
The gangster.
he's excitement, They're not thinking about the man that's going to make a good husband, the man that is going to really be a very good, true provider because he uses this and he's financially astute. He's got a brain to figure out how to make money. And that he's looking for a woman, all right, that will invest in him and work with him to build, and that's their mistake in walking away from those kind of men. And you guys know who you are. You've gone through this stuff with these women, okay, where you had your stuff together and was figuring out how to do this and how to do that, and you were ready to marry and buy a house and everything and set up, and then you found out you was dealing with a chicken head, okay, a numbskull, a skull plane, okay, because they ain't had nothing in their brain up here, okay, so you guys know the story, but don't deal with that. Just go where women want you and are willing to go along with your program. Not you have to go along with their program. Okay? Show them, teach them how to do things. And if they don't want to listen, walk.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah, because it means that she don't want to.
Catch a plane.
She don't want to coordinate or
Right.
she don't want to coordinate with you. if she really wants to build a relationship with you, she has to, she has to
Follow the plan.
Yeah, but it's not the thing that, here's the thing that some women that you have to follow the men. It's not that you control. Okay.
Yeah. You have to sit down and talk with a woman. Write out your plan. Show her how you expect for this to work and what needs to be done to make this work. And if she's an intelligent woman, she'll be able to see what you're talking about. Write it down. Draw them a map, okay, so that they can see what's going on. Show that if we want to do this, we need X amount of dollars, and that means that every month we must put away this amount of money and not touch it for us to have the money to be able to make this deal or to buy this house or to do whatever it is that you want to do. And write it down on paper so that they will understand. And then if they can't go along with the plan after you've spelled it out and showed them exactly what you have to do and they're not willing to do it, step. And because there are other women out there who will work with you to do something if they see that you have a brain on you, that you're not just some airhead walking around searching to have sex with whoever you can or whatever like that, but you're trying to build because you want to have a secure life, and the woman that you with, you want her to have a secure life, and she wants you to have a secure life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, that's sometimes, when I watch I don't know why this Western men and then some Filipina, they just like they do a video call and then, oh baby, how are you? Do you need money for that? That's kind of a sin. Do you think that if they're living together, do you think the husband can still able, oh, do you need this? Oh, you need iPhone? Oh, here's the money, I send it to you.
Mm.
So it's just like, do the right, thing, don't make into the, BS, it's
Be
just like,
fair.
oh, yeah,
I got to have a smoke.
okay, go ahead.
I'll come back here and then open up the door.
Sure. So that's, that's the thing that I don't understand why they show that online. Okay. To everyone, okay, there's nothing wrong. When you love someone, you give something, but don't make it shown that, oh, the only things that the woman need is the material thing. Okay, don't try to buy a woman. Okay, don't, because no matter how good the thing that you given, if she doesn't like you, she will run. She'll find another man. Yeah, love, 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 love.
And share that money with him.
And of course, share the money with her new lover. As there's so many cases here in the Philippines, guys. Okay, like
Where they end up on, what's his name, Rafi?
yeah, Rafi Tofu.
Yeah.
Just like some Filipina that like example my sister. She's a good woman. She's not bad looking woman. She has a legal profession. Okay, and if one day
Are you trying to find your sister a husband on your show?
yeah, I'm looking for the right man for my sister.
Well, she would be a good catch. I can tell you that much.
She's very exciting, for the oath taking. So the oath taking, January 2026, next month. So
She's the total opposite of what you've heard of black females trying to talk about Filipinos and say that they're not educated, okay, and they can hardly speak English and all of that kind of dumb crap, okay. Woman has been a police sergeant. She's now an attorney. Boy, that doesn't sound like she's stupid or anything like that to me. And her English sure enough sounds perfect to me. So I don't know where these women get these things that they want to talk about on Filipinos. I don't know where they get that from. I don't think they've ever met a Filipino in life, because a lot of them that I've met are CEOs of companies, come from rich families, have good jobs, okay, and they're hard working. So where they get that crap from, I don't know, but it's not true.
Yeah, that's why, she said that, notary for the public, that's a good business. And then she said that, she has to study again engineering. So that, somebody notarize, the contract or the agreement, it's gonna be a big payment.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, I'm just looking for the right man for my sister. Okay. So.
But guys, I want to tell you this. The stuff where the women in the United States, where they be saying that you're broke if you make $50,000 a year. Okay, here, if you make $50,000 a year, you're in the top 1%. Think about that. Go where you're wanted, where you're needed. You don't have to sit up and deal with that stuff with women talking about, oh, you got to make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year. They don't want you. Leave them there by themselves, because most of those women that are saying that stuff, they're the ones that's broke.
Yeah, I don't really understand, because not only I hear that from you, there's other also brothers that, they say that, women there. I'm not saying all, black women. They're really looking for those,
Well,
like
Western women.
Western women. But, we Filipina, we find the right man that, he's educated, he's a good man. We don't really look for he's a gangster, or he's we don't.
I hope the fan doesn't interfere with the sound. Trying to blow the cigarette smoke out the door, guys.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's not too close. Who? Western women or Filipina bred?
What did he say?
Is it? They are gold diggers.
Yeah, those women that want you to make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, yeah, and they don't make $40,000. But that they want from you, so that lets you know.
But you know what? As a Filipina married to a Western man, and then if you take your time, guys. Take your time. To know the person. You will have a peaceful life, right, Frank?
Yeah.
It's worth it. Don't go to the thing that it's just like there's a lot of people that their relationship just within 1 month, their boyfriend and girlfriend, when they get married, it's suddenly at the middle of their marriage thing, it's suddenly they fall out of love.
Yeah, because they didn't really know the person
Yeah.
before they did that. Don't come over here and go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of beautiful women here, all right? All sizes, shapes, or whatever like that. And that's just like some of you brothers think that all of the Filipinas are little skinny women, okay? No,
It's not.
not true. Okay, they got some healthy Filipinas here, all right? Baby got back too, okay? So, just come over here, take your time, date, and you don't have to get serious with the first person that you meet. You want to jump up and marry them. Take your time, find the right person.
Yeah, and then my advice for those Filipina, it doesn't mean that the man come here to meet you in person. You're really put in your mind that this is my boyfriend or my future husband. No, don't think that way. Don't.
Because that's what dating is about.
Yeah.
You date so that you can get to learn a person.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you may see red flags. And if you see red flags, then you know that's not the person for you.
Yeah.
So just be honest and let the person know. Don't lead them on, letting the Filipino think that you may want to marry her. If you don't, let them know. Always be truthful.
Yeah, okay, so there's nothing wrong to give something to the person that you like, that you love, okay? But don't do that, especially if you want to settle down with that person. Know that first. Know that. Know that person first, okay? Because, you know,
Just remember, you're still in the same world. Just because you come from another country, that does not mean that these people are not human beings also. So you have to learn their ways, they have to learn your ways, so that you guys can meet somewhere in the middle and be able to get along.
yeah, and then I think majority of Western men, they pick women outside Metro Manila and the countryside. Just a few that they pick here in Metro Manila.
Some do. Some guys fall for bar girls and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you are looking for a wife, um, I wouldn't be trying to pick bar girls.
Yes.
But you're grown, you do what you want to
Yeah.
do. But my advice is
Don't.
just try to find a common female.
Yeah, because at first, once I'm not saying all, but this is my opinion. Okay, from the start, she's very nice to you. Once you give something to her, but our money, if you're not good, dealing with your money, it's easy, it's easy to spend, and then once you're broke, do you think they can still able, to take care of you, to say, I love you, I will take care of, no.
Western women will do you the same way, so why would you fall for that? You knew better from Jump Street.
Yeah, especially for those Filipina that they experience go to other country, okay? Be
Yeah.
smart, be smart. Because there's a lot of Filipina that they have an innocent look, they have the innocent way of talking, but they are devil. They are devil of doing con to or scam to the man, that especially they know that, oh, this man is really in love with her. They're, be careful about that.
A lot of the women who have dealt with Westerners before, okay, they're pretty hip to what's going on. So be careful.
Yeah, there's a Filipina that this is my experience, okay? She's crazy about the man, and then until the man that has already a girlfriend and have a baby, she's still crazy about that. Try to show to her, oh, I have a boyfriend, I'm good with her, I'm happy. No, you can really tell that the way that she talked towards this man, she's crazy, she's obsessed, and try to tell me that, oh, I don't need the money, I know what that So what's the reason why you're dealing with this older men than you? And she said that she's not interested about the
All women want money, okay? Plain and simple as that. It's human nature. And everyone wants to be able to live a good life. That's only natural.
yeah.
And but there's a difference between the female that wants you just for your money, and the female that actually cares about you and loves you. So that's why I say take your time and find out what's really going on with this person and how compatible you are to be able to do the things that you want to do, that you can lead, teach sometimes, especially if, I know a lot of guys, some guys that come over here, they're not really financially astute on how to deal with money. And so these are usually the guys that end up in the trick bag. But for you brothers that have dealt with women in the West, okay, that are greedy, when you get over here, same thing applies. Look to see if a woman is greedy or not. And if she's greedy, walk away. Just walk away. There's so many women here for you to meet, okay, that will want you just for you. So don't fall for it.
Yeah, it's just like this is the thing that I always mention this, that for men that don't deal with a married Filipina. She's separated. She's separated, but she's not annulled. She's not annulled. Don't deal with that, guys. Don't, cause you might end up go to jail, or you might both end up to jail. So don't deal with the Filipina that is married. She's separated, but she's not annulled. Don't, even though even though that the Filipina will tell you, oh, we've been separated for 10 years. No, it's still in the eyes of the law here in the Philippines, they are still married. Okay, so don't.
Well, explain why.
Why? You will explain to them.
Here, I'm
Oh
just
my
getting
God.
some more Coke.
Another Coke. Another Coke.
See, I tell you she don't want me drinking Coke. Look, here, if you end up getting involved with a married Filipino, you could end up in jail. The husband can file a case against you for being with his wife. So that's why you have to be careful. If you want to make sure that a Filipino is not married, you can go to, what's the office where you get the
PSA.
PSA?
Philippine Statistic Authority. You can see that if she's widow, she's single, or she's married.
Yeah. What is the thing called though?
Sinomar.
Yeah, Cinnamon.
Sinomar. Certificate of not marriage. Sinomar.
Have her to get that, okay, before you get super serious.
Yeah.
And then that way you know for sure that
She's-
this woman is single, and you don't have to worry about some man coming later and saying, this is my wife. Or you buying her a house or something like that, and then all of a sudden her husband moves in, and you're wanting to complain, and you end up on Ralphie Tufo.
Yeah. And then don't invest to build a property with her.
Yeah, because you cannot own property here.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to be a citizen of the Philippines.
Or married to,
No, even if you're married, you don't own it.
yeah.
Your wife owns it, but you don't. So that's why you have to be careful on who you marry or who you're dealing with if you're going to buy them a house.
You,
Know what you're doing.
yeah. And then, don't really believe that, they are single or they're separate. But sometimes, their husband has there's, they have, agreement that, okay, I'm gonna talk this Western man, okay? I will ask money and then he send it to me, but we're gonna split the money that, they have that kind of scam.
Yes.
And then, okay, so if you really have a doubt about that, okay, for Western men, okay, I want to visit you because, I really in love. I want to know you and your family.
And
The wife, the girl that you're talking with, and then, the husband, okay, we call that afam. My afam will visit me here for 1 month. So the husband will go to their province. And then just come back home when the 1 month is over.
in other words, he's pimping her out. That's the Western term. He's pimping her out to you to get your money.
But in my case, I'm very honest to Frank. That's the best thing that Frank really he's honest. I'm honest to him that
And I was honest to her. She saw my divorce papers.
Yeah.
When I came here, I had my divorce papers with me to prove that I was a single man.
I'm a single lady. I'm a single lady.
So it works both ways. You both should be able to prove to each other. She gets her cinema, and if you've been married, have your divorce papers. Because if you do decide to marry each other, you're gonna have to have your divorce papers when you go to the authorities here to put in to get married.
Yeah, it's part of the requirement.
Yeah.
So that's Hi MP, I'm listening to you. Good to see you, everyone. Ditto. So yeah, it's just like that's my advice. Be aware of that, because some people, they are not really listening about this kind of situation, and then when they go, not only here in the Philippines, in other country as well.
Yeah.
So they surprised that, oh, I was the victim of this kind of situation.
And I want to give you single guys some advice before you come here. Do some studying on the Philippines. Learn about the areas of the Philippines, whether you're up here on Luzon or in the middle, in the Visayas, or whether you're down in Mindanao. Each area is a little different,
Yes.
and different things go on in different areas. Learn a little bit about the politics so that you understand that. So that one of the things that you don't want to do while you're here, okay? You don't want to voice out your opinion on their politics online.
Yeah.
Keep that stuff to yourself. Because you'll end up making enemies, and you don't want to make
Yeah.
enemies.
Because some people, if suddenly they watch about your negative comment here in the country, and especially you're a Westerner, they might kick you out, and they're gonna go to, they will not go you first. They will go to Bureau of Immigration, check your status, okay?
Yeah.
And once they have just a little, what do you call that, Frank?
Information.
Information that you do something not right here, That's the time that they will attack you.
Yeah.
But first, they will not go you personally. They will go to Bureau of Immigration. Check your status here.
Because there are some brothers here who are who are YouTubers, and they have had cases, frivolous cases, filed on them that they have to show up, okay, and dispute this, okay. So that's a serious thing when the authorities call you in on some type of charge like that, and you have to show that what these people are saying is false.
Yeah. So beware. And there's so many things that you have to beware in here. Like, like if you go around, especially in Manila City, if you go around, it's somebody, there's a truck driver will tell you, oh, you want to ride? And then you go here from like 5 kilometers, they will ask 50 pesos. You have to be aware of that because there's a lot of scammer there in Manila.
With the taxi drivers too.
Yeah,
Don't get into taxis that don't have a meter,
yeah.
okay?
Don't contract your fare.
Now, the only other thing that you can do is call Grab,
Yeah.
and once you've downloaded Grab and you need a ride, they give you the price
Mm-hmm.
and tell you what the price is up front. And then you can either say yes or no.
And actually, guys, you don't have to give some. It's up to you if you want to give tip for the Grab driver. Okay, it's not really mandatory. It's up to you if you want to give them a consideration for giving you a ride.
Yeah, Grab or taxi,
Yeah.
or what's the thing they call the motorcycles?
Joyride.
Yeah,
Or
because that's also a way to get around. They have guys that have motorcycles, and you call them, and it's just like getting a Grab,
mhm.
and they'll take you where you want to go. And I have to tell you this: the little motorcycle taxis will get you there way faster
Yeah.
than a regular taxi or Grab.
Yeah.
Because the motorcycles could go through the traffic.
Yeah, it's just like last December 3. I went to Pasay, okay? And as you can see, guys, that my last short video, that's from Pasay. So I have to wait for the jeepney, and it's so traffic. And then when I walk, and then I saw a joyride, the motorcycle taxi. And then we have, the joyride driver he's nice. So from Pasay, because it's not traffic, from here, just only 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. It's not traffic. So he asked, 200, and then I told him, oh, you overpriced, huh? And then he said that, okay, 150. Since that, he drive careful, and I arrive home safe, so I give him 200 pesos. So he's just surprised that, I give him extra.
Yeah, and if you do meet a Filipino and you want to go shopping and buy things, it is best to have your Filipino with you and let her do the talking, and so that you end up getting the Filipino price. Not the rich foreigner price.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why, this is the thing that, when I do to farmer's market, I prepare Frank to stay home. Don't come with me, because I know my people, when they saw there's a foreigner, you can evenly ask for discount. They really stand for the amount, but if just by myself, 5 pesos, I can, I can ask a discount. That's, the thing. So I don't let him go with me on the... It's just like one time that you go with me, then when I send you a message, the kadiwa is on the tennis
Yeah.
court, and bring me the, the eco bag. And then after that, I told him that go back to the house because I don't want you to expose her because, they're gonna
Want to
price
give
increase.
the rich foreigner price. Oh, she's leveraging on a foreigner. She's got a bunch of money.
Yeah. But anyway, for those, Western people, it doesn't really matter from USA or Europe. Learn a little language. Okay. It doesn't mean, if you meet with Bisaya, I prepare you to learn Tagalog, not Bisaya, okay? After you learn Tagalog, that's follow na lang the Bisaya. But you have to learn Tagalog because you go on the outside Metro Manila, Filipino can able, to speak Tagalog, even though that they are in Visayas or Mindanao. Learn Tagalog. But I don't know this. So I try to teach him, but he's not really into that.
Most Filipinos understand English and can speak English, but sometimes it's hard for you to get an idea across, okay? Because you don't understand even the way that they use the English language.
The pronunciation and then the accent.
Well, I've got an example. Today, I needed to get, because I have a pay-as-you-go phone, and I needed to put some, what they call, load on my phone, okay? You may say, oh, I need to add some time to my phone or whatever like that, and they're not gonna really understand what you're talking about. You have to say load. If you don't say load, they're not gonna understand.
Yeah. So the load is the minute load, or you have to say, smart, because it depends what cellular company that you are deal. But usually here Globe in smart.
Yeah. So there's a few things like that. If you stop to get gas, usually we guys in America will say, fill it up. And they stand there and look at you like, what the heck
They don't
is he talking
understand.
about?
So it's just like I have to translate to them.
Tell them what you say.
Full tank.
They understand that.
And then
Full
they
tank.
say, fill it up. They're gonna stand up in, what the? What the? So, full tank. So if you want to, like, if it's not full tank, like, okay, just 300 pesos or 200 pesos, because they already point the amount and then. But if you want full tank, just tell them, don't say fill it up, okay?
Yeah.
Just say full tank.
And then they need to know which of the 3 types of gas that you want. And then even after you tell them, they're going to come back with a thing and ask you, is this what you're talking about? Whether you want 91 or what is it, 91, 90,
Unleaded,
4, 95,
91,
97.
95, 97, and then
Yeah.
diesel.
Yeah. So you end up saying it twice. Usually when you go to buy something, okay, and they tell you what the price is, you give them, say, a 500 peso bill or 1,000 peso bill, then they're going to repeat, you gave me 1,000 peso bill for you to confirm, okay, so that there's no problem.
Yeah.
So you need to understand that they're doing that not because they don't understand what you're saying, okay? It's part of the way that they do business.
Yeah.
They want to confirm and make sure this is what you gave me so that there's no problem when they go into the cash register and give you your change.
Yes.
For you to say, no, I gave you more than that or whatever. If you gave them a 500 peso bill, they don't want you to be able to say that you gave them 1,000 peso bill.
Yeah, because
So-
some of my people are tulonges, or what do you call that? A scammer. So their money is 500, but They will tell, oh, I give you 1,000. So that's the reason why, they will say, I received 1,000, I received 500, I received 100, I received 200, things like that. And then, if you order, for Western people, particularly American, usually you always bring home. Bring home. Don't say that here if you're gonna order. Take out. Okay, that's the difference. If you're gonna say that, bring home, they don't really pay attention. So you have to say it instead of bring home, take out or dining.
Yeah. You can't say, I'm taking it home. Say, take home.
Take home. Take home. So what else?
I don't know.
As a walk to the valley of the shadow.
All these things come up as you go to do things and go places when you're doing transactions,
Yeah.
like when you're getting on the MRT.
MRT, LRT.
Yeah, like one time I got on the MTR,
MRT.
yeah,
That's MRT.
and I was in a section that was only for women, and I sat down, and a guy came over to me trying to explain to me that this is for women only, and half of the time when they're trying to speak English, I can't understand what they're saying because of their accent, and then a British guy explained to me what this guy was saying, and so then I had to get up and move my seat.
Yeah.
Do they still do that? I haven't been on the
No.
MTR.
But
in
there's a
so long.
section. There's a section for PWD, for
What is PWD? Explain.
PWD is person with disability. In
Handicap.
short, PWD or handicap. But in the States, handicap. But we call that here PWD. So there's a certain, in LRT, there's a certain seat that you can. Pregnant, PWD, and senior citizen.
Yeah.
Can able, to sit that. Even though it's empty, you cannot sit that because that's belong to them. But you
Yeah.
know what? Senior citizens here are very well assessed.
Yeah, here they have special lines for PWD, and they usually move a whole lot faster. So if you're a senior citizen, take advantage of that.
Hi, biggest. So we're just talking anything under the sun. Oh, speaking of smoke, okay, for those, Western people smoke, there's a certain area here that even in the public you can't.
Yeah.
You can't smoke.
Now on the streets, they may have a certain section
Yeah.
on the street where you can stand and smoke, but just walking down the street smoking, you can't do that.
And then even though you're half naked, we have laws here that you can't do that. You
Yeah.
know.
As a man, you cannot walk without a shirt on.
Yeah.
Now you could have on a t-shirt or even your U-neck undershirt, but as far as nothing on top, it's against the law for you to walk down the street like that. So
But
know that.
but if women are like that, ooh, ooh. The whistle. You know how the whistle?
Yeah, the whistle.
Yeah,
Well,
the whistle.
Yeah, they consider you as a man naked if you don't have any shirt on at all.
Yeah.
And in the United States, nobody thinks of anything like that of a man with no shirt on. But here, that's against the law.
Yep. You have the smoke 20 feet from the business. Oh. Well, Frank, here. Just open the window, open
Well,
the
I'm in the
door.
house. I'm in my house, so I can smoke as much as I want to in my house, and nobody can say anything.
Except me.
But here's the thing that gets me, because not only do I drive, I ride a motorcycle, and you could get behind a jeepney, and a lot of these jeepneys run on diesel,
Yeah.
and that diesel smoke will get all up under your helmet.
Oh my God, you know your nose, if you're gonna wipe your nose, is black because all the pollution.
And then it makes you say to yourself, they don't want me to smoke on the street, but they let this thing here run around the street, letting out all of this pollution, okay, that I have to breathe in because I'm in traffic. And which one is worse? Breathing in the diesel smoke or the cigarette? I think the diesel smoke is worse.
But you know what? In the other hand, is I think Philippines. That's the reason why there's still, even though that there's so many issues here in my country, but still a lot of Western people coming here because I think one of the factor is when it comes to language barrier. We Filipino, we can easily to communicate. Okay, that's one thing, and uh, the cost of living here is not cheapest, a little cheap.
Yes, way cheaper than the United States.
Yeah.
Another thing you guys should know, you can drive here for, what is it?
90 days.
90 days with your driver's license from the United States.
Yeah.
Okay, after that, all you have to do is just go to the LTO, which is DMV in the
Yeah.
United States. That's what we call it. They call it LTO. You can go there and get a Filipino driver's license by showing them your driver's license from the United States, and they'll give you a Filipino driver's
Yeah.
license without you having to take a test or anything.
Yeah. So don't worry about that because they will not confiscate your American or European driver's license.
Right.
It's just like they check. Okay, and then same Frank, it's your driver's license from US is expired.
Yeah, I've been here, 70 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
my driver's license in the United States.
But
has
of
expired.
course, there's a fee indication.
Yeah,
How much we pay about that?
I forgot.
Yeah.
I really forgot.
About 1,200 something.
Pesos.
Yeah. But I don't know because that's almost 7 years ago. So maybe the price will goes up.
So that is an advantage. Just so you know, you don't have to have an international driver's license. 'Cause in some places, and it may be here too, I don't know, an international driver's license may not be taken. Another thing, here, they don't give you a rules of the road manual like they do in the United States for you to be able to study. I had to recently renew my Filipino driver's license, and so I had to take a small test, and I passed the test, but there were some questions on the test that it was no way that I could have known the answer because they laid out according to a certain law that was passed in a certain year, okay, and asked you a question about it.
Just
And
use your common sense.
I knew nothing about that law, and so being that they're not as thorough as they are in the United States and giving you a book with all of the rules of the road, and some things you have to look up, maybe go to Google and look certain things up so that you will know what some of these rules are. Now, I did look on Google, and there's some companies that do sell a book that is supposed to be the rules of the road in the Philippines, but it's not from the LTO. This is from a private company that does this, that sells that book. But I just wanted to let you know, they do not issue a book for the rules of the road. Now, what they do have is like a little pre-test thing online that you can go over, but it's not the complete rules of the road. And if you study that, you may be able to pass that little test on the first try. Lily, when she went to get her driver's license, how many times did you have to take it? Once or twice?
Twice.
Yeah, she had to take it twice to be able to pass it. And I'm sure it was more thorough than the thing that they gave me to renew my driver's license. And something else that you should know, at intersections, they will have this square with like a cross in it, and it's supposed to be first come, get to drive off first. Now that's the rule, but that's not how it works here. Okay. Also, I had to look up a rule for motorcycles. What do they call it in the United States? When you go down the middle of the street, when you go to pass cars that are just sitting, what did I call it there?
In section lane?
When they drive down the middle of the street, they come over into our lane, and they're not supposed to be able to do that. Okay. Oh, jeez.
I don't know what you mean.
I've got sometimes disease. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. But you guys are lane passing. Oh, jeez. It'll come to me later on. But you're not supposed to be able to drive down through the middle of the cars on a motorcycle. But everybody here does it. But it is against the rules. And as a foreigner, just be careful, because you don't want to be caught doing something that's against the rules because you're a foreigner.
Yeah.
You will get fined.
Okay, let me
So that's why I said, do a little research before you come. Try to learn or know who the president is, the vice president, the 3 different sections of the Philippines. Like me, I say like the 3 states, because I always look at things like in the United States, we have all of these different states. But they have 3 different major parts of islands, because there are thousands of islands here in the Philippines, and each one belongs to a certain one of the 3 areas. So you should know that.
Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, or Luz de Menda.
Don't tell it. Something else I want you guys to know, because I made this mistake when I first came here. I bought a motorcycle, 155 cc motorcycle. Okay, you cannot drive that motorcycle on the expressway. Their rules are you have to have at least 400 cc motorcycles to be able to get on the toll road or expressway. So if you're going to buy a motorcycle, make sure you get 400 cc's. and that's for you people who do ride motorcycles. Here, it's not like in the United States. People ride motorcycles here. The majority of people have motorcycles. Okay, in the United States, a motorcycle is our toy. We buy to ride it on the weekend for fun or whatever like that. But for them, it's a necessity. The majority of Filipinos cannot afford a car.
Yeah.
Okay, even though there's a lot of cars here, but cars are very expensive. So people will buy a motorcycle. So you're gonna have way more motorcycles on the road than what you would have in the United States. And so you're gonna have to be very careful in watching these motorcycles on the road, because they will come up alongside of you and you may not even see them, and you go to make a turn and you'll be then ran them over and you're gonna be at fault for them.
Yeah. There's a lot of good driver here, but they don't really follow the
rules of the road.
So if you're not really adventurous to drive the car,
or getting on the motorcycle.
Yep.
Because a group of motorcycles, most of the time, they don't follow the rules of the road. Where we know to ride staggered, one here, one here, one here. Okay? You have motorcycles riding side by side with you. Okay? You may have a motorcycle on your right and a motorcycle on your left. Okay, right beside you. And they don't see that that's a dangerous thing to do, because if something goes wrong with your motorcycle, okay, if you all of a sudden get a flat tire, you're going to lose a certain amount of control over your motorcycle, and it's going to pull right or left. And see, they don't seem to understand that's a dangerous thing to do. But like I said, one of the reasons is because they don't have a book that actually gives out all of the rules of the road like they do in the United States, where in the rules of the road, they have a certain section for motorcycles to explain to you the rules for motorcycles. And here, they don't.
look at this, guys. See the meat? But you know what, in short, as long as you follow the rules here in the Philippines, you're free to do whatever you want to do. As long as you follow the law. Nobody stop you in the middle of the highway or what.
Yeah. I've never been stopped for driving while black.
Yeah.
Like in the United States, okay? I can remember, like I have a Corvette, and when I bought it, and it was brand new, and there was no license plate, okay? I can remember how many times I got stopped, okay, because I was in that Corvette. And I even have police to stop me to say, I just wanted to look inside. Don't scare the shit out of me like that, okay? That's the way I felt, but that's what was in the cop's mind when he stopped me. He just wanted to really see the car, but here, they don't do that, so you don't have to worry about that. You really have to do something wrong for them to stop you.
Right. Oops. There's a meat left over. I'm gonna eat. Because this is already paid. Sarap.
So, any questions?
Oh, any question? Or else?
any questions, because Lily tells me that sometimes I talk too much and I don't give people a chance to say anything.
Oh, you don't want to eat your cheesecake?
Not now, I'm full. I was trying to see if there was any questions on the phone there.
A lot of leftover, yeah. How many slices is this? 8. 4 days.
Yeah, because we bought the whole pizza, like I said, we thought we were having guests coming over, and the guests didn't show up. And we had cooked food and had the pizza too, so that if they didn't like the, what is it, pasta?
Marinara seafoods.
Yeah, marinara.
Seafoods marinara.
Seafood marinara, and everybody loved pizza, so I figured they would be happy, but they didn't show up, so yes, we have too
Yeah,
much
because it's
to
just
eat.
like, okay, for those people that who invited us, don't think that you come here that you cannot eat. No, we're not like that. I prepare the food because it's part of Filipino hospitality. Even Frank will say, no, we don't. No, I have to insist about that. Okay, don't think that you come here you cannot eat food or what. Don't ever think that, because I'm not the type of person. I spend thousands of pesos just to give a good food. I don't serve a cheap food for my invited guests. Okay, I'm just be honest.
Cause me, fellas, I say, you come to visit, all we need is some beer and some chips or something, and most of us, we happy with that. Something to drink and a little snack.
Yeah.
But my wife, she will make a whole spread of food.
Oh yeah, because it's part of Filipino hospitality. And I have money to buy the things that I want to serve with my guests.
So no matter what I say, she's gonna cook that spread of food.
Yeah. And you know what? You know the sauce, the seafoods marinara is not a cheap pasta sauce. It's not. Buying a shrimp and the scallop is not cheap here in the Philippines. So just to let you know. I have a good taste of food. I can eat the cheapest food, less people food. I can eat that. I'm a call girl.
To break that box down so you can fit it in the garbage.
Yeah. So I'm cool with that. So for those people that the reason why they hesitate to come here because maybe think that just the first time that I met. No, don't ever think that, because I'm not that type. We're not the type of people. It's just like sometimes the effort. That's one thing that you have to appreciate, the effort of the person that they given to you. It's not the value but the effort. Okay.
There you go, sweetie.
Thank you. Oh, I need to because I just threw the garbage. So I need to
Wrap it. So guys, do you have a favorite Filipino food? Have you had Filipino food before?
I thought that you will ask favorite. I have a favorite brother. I have 3 favorite brother. The 2 black and then 1 is white. You want me to mention?
It's your show, not mine.
Okay, my favorite brother are three brothers. Okay, number one is MP. Number two is Bayou Belly. And number three is, no, four. Brian and Brett. That's are my favorite brothers.
You left out Bob.
Bob. Oh, Bob! I have so many brothers, my favorite brothers. Yeah. I have five favorite brothers. They got a jealous front, if I'm gonna say.
You have to name everybody.
Yeah. But that's four only. MP, Bayou Belly, Brett, and Ryan. They are my favorite brothers. Okay? So, we love them as I'm their big sister. Yeah. So no matter what, like especially to Brett, I can hear a lot of negative things, but I don't really mind because he's nice to me. So I love him as my brother. We're not brother in blood, but what?
Nothing.
Oh, I have 99 cents from Brett. Thank you, brother Brett. Mwah. So, my flying kiss to you. Yeah, because you know what? I have a story behind of that. I have a close friend. Of course, Sharon is one of my close friend online. Okay, because I already met her. She's a nice woman.
Her and her husband.
Yeah, in her husband. But Andy, yeah. I have more into that. I'm very picky when it comes to female friends, okay? But I like Sharon because, we've been how many years, we're friends. But, it's very close to me, a brothers because I don't have a brother. I don't really feel, how does it feel that, that you have a brother, okay? So that's why, I'm more into that, as long as they are nice to me, I really value, I really value them, Frank. You know that. So it doesn't matter for me what, what their status in life or what. As long as they value me, I'm more on value to them. That's how I look. That's why I'm very, I'm very close to them because of that. And then it reminds me that, every time we go, and then, oh my God, if only Frank is the man here. It reminds me of my dad. Imagine, we're all 9 girls, including my mom, 10, and then just only my dad is the man of, imagine. So it reminds me of you, of my dad. When we do a party, just only Frank is in the man in the house. Oh my God, it reminds me of my dad.
Yeah, I'm there with all of these women
Hi, thank you, Ryan.
and no men to talk to.
Yeah. So, because for me, it's just like I don't see them, but it's just like the way that they treated me and how they value me. It means a lot to me. So I just give value to them also that they valued me.
So guys, come and take these sister-in-laws off of my hands, okay? Come and meet them. You might want to marry one of them or whatever so that I could have a guy to talk to when we go to these family gatherings and stuff. I have somebody to sit down and drink beers with and talk BS with.
MP, come here, brother, come. Join with your big bro. He's lonely because he's just only man in the family. So come on. So what do you call that? I'm gonna pull your string to come here in the Philippines. Okay? Come on, come on. Yeah, I'm just like that. I don't really care what you came from. As long as you value me, I treasure you as my friend.
Well, and then I have two sisters that I consider as being online, Icy Fit and Sharon. They're like my little sisters. And I call Icy little sis. So when everybody else is talking to her, I just say, hey little sis, how you doing? I don't say Icy. And she knows automatically that I'm talking to her.
So that's that's how I treated people. If you're what do you call that? If you're mean to me, I will not say anything to you. But
you,
I
you
just
can say a-hole.
no.
You don't have to put the SS on it, just say a-hole. If you're a-hole.
If
Everybody
you're
understands
a-hole,
what that means.
If you're a-hole, I will not. I will not deal with you. A-hole, a-hole, a-hole,
Hole.
a-hole,
H-O-L-E.
a, like come on,
A-hole.
a-hole. Yes, correct. That's a good thing that the person that you give a respect. That's you're just won the lottery, $10,000, not millions. Yeah, that's very important. That no matter the respect is there, because once a person has respect on you, automatically they value you, right? And you have to show respect to yourself first. Somebody they demand respect, but they don't show to their self that
They deserve
yeah.
respect. Oh, and you mentioned million or whatever like that.
Millions of
A million pesos is only $17,000.
$17,000.
Is a million pesos.
So if you have more than that, you're a millionaire.
You're a multi-millionaire.
Multi-millionaire,
You got more.
Yeah. Of course, I make a love shout out to my sister Janet. Get well soon. And thank you for your message on my WhatsApp. I really appreciate that, sis Janet. From Chicago.
Yeah.
And who else? Of course, to Mr. and Mrs. Park, Sharon and Andy. So I hope I'll talk to Frank that one day I want to visit Cebu City also to meet you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Andy is a cool dude.
yeah.
I like Andy.
Yeah.
I think Sharon made a very good choice. And
Yeah.
Andy made a very good choice.
Yes. They both deserve.
Each other.
Yeah. And I can see that how Sharon changed her. You can really tell the person that you have a good relationship with your partner.
Yeah.
The aura. No matter what, some people they pretend that they're happy, but you can really see something that they're unhappy.
Yeah.
Nobody can fool for that.
True.
It's just like I think the aura that's very important.
Yeah, you can see the change
Yeah.
in a person. You can see that certain glow
A glow.
that they have.
It reminds me of Lick Lick. Lick Lick now is glowing. She's glowing. You hear that? You hear that, MP? She's glowing. Like Frank says, glow. So, yeah. Because, we never know. Sometimes, things that you don't really think, unexpected things that the person that you so snobby towards a person that you never know that the person will save your life or will help you for
Yeah.
emergency. So we don't. But sometimes there's some people that I cannot really stand how their personality. I just be quiet and keep distance to them.
Yeah. Well, that's just like here. Sometimes some of my neighbors, I would speak, and they don't speak back. But um, those people, if something was happening, I would stand back and just watch.
Yeah. No chance that you waste your life
Yeah.
and then they just ignore you. No.
But those that speak, yes, if I see something happening, they can believe that I would get involved.
Yeah.
It's just like in the States with some of the sisters. You speak, hey, how you doing? And they walk on by you like you a ghost or something. You feel like you're a Casper, even though you black. You like a white ghost. But that's what you feel like because they won't even speak back.
Yeah, because it's just like don't really underestimate those people life right
Yeah.
now, okay? Because you never know. You're here on the top, but times go. The world goes move round, and you might end up on the bottom. Sometimes you end up on the top.
Well, that's just like I was watching a thing on YouTube the other day where a sister in Patia was complaining that most of the black women were like ignoring her. Like she would speak and they would walk on past her, and she didn't understand that, most of the guys, hey, they're in another country now, and they just ignore a lot of the black women when they come because they came overseas to meet these women overseas, not to meet a woman from the United States. That's what they were trying to get away from. That's why they came here. They try to meet someone else that would treat them differently, okay? Go to where you're wanted. Simple as that.
But you know what? I never experienced that I asked a man in a nice way, they are snobby to me. I never experienced that. Actually, when I ask them that they really want to talk to me, but I'm the one. Okay, I'm just asking the question and that's it. I don't want to talk more than the question that I asked. Or maybe it's according to the personality of the person, how she acts. Because some women, why, here's my opinion about that. Okay, like, you said about the men from Pattaya and then the black women asked, you know,
Yeah, she wanted to know why is it that they don't speak to her.
because maybe she has attitude.
No, it's not whether she has an attitude or not. It's just that in the States, the women act so uppity that now they've traveled 8,000 miles away from home, okay? And they're over here where the women are very nice to them. So why would they want to be bothered with somebody that back home wouldn't speak to them? So they just walk on by them and not say anything.
Yeah.
That's just like today in the mall. I saw a brother, I spoke, hey man, what's happening? He's like, what's up, bro? And walked on by. Then I saw a sister, and I didn't say anything.
Yeah, because they're gonna be a snobby. Good thing that I did not go with you. Because that's the thing that, sometimes guys, I cannot really, even though Frank can handle that, sometimes I can see that, some people, even my people, sometimes they just, when Frank greet them, and they are, they just be quiet, and then, I tell to my, it's just like in my mind, hey, you don't hear what my husband told you? So I just tell to Frank, stop it. Don't. Because, they don't they respond.
And for me, it's a thing where when I was in the States, I always spoke to my neighbors. And I still have that place in a high-rise building in Chicago. But I would always speak to my neighbors. So I'm just used to speaking to my neighbors. But here, a lot of them, they just walk on by like
Yeah.
they don't understand English.
But you know what?
When they do.
But you know what, Frank? Because I also live in the countryside. It's totally different. Your neighbors from the countryside and your neighbors here in Metro Manila. Because like, in the countryside, guys, if you're running out of rice, you can run towards your neighbors and ask for just 4 cups of rice. They let you. If you have no soy sauce, you can run. That's what happened in the province. They're very friendly. If they, like us, somebody that, our neighbors ask, oh, do you have extra rice? They just want to borrow like isa kagantang, in, I don't know.
Well,
It's more than a kilo of rice.
that's maybe because y'all are the same.
And
It's like that in the States. Your neighbors will come and ask, and they borrow a cup of sugar or
Yeah.
a stick of butter or something like that.
Then if they cook, especially freshly dressed chicken, even though a 2 slice or 3 slice of, meat they gave us.
Mm.
Then they share food. But here in Metro Manila, we're almost 7 years. There's only Leona and Doc, Dave, our neighbors that we can able to talk.
Mm. But then that's like the United States is a little bit different, or let's just say the West is a little bit different than some of the other countries, where people do speak and people are friendly, where people are not afraid of somebody just because they're a stranger. I mean, as black guys, come on. How many times have you walked down the street and you walk past a white woman and she grabs her purse like she thinks you want to snatch her purse or something like that, Look, I'm a retired federal officer. And one day my sports car broke down. A transmission line busted. And so I pulled over on the side, got out of the car.
Thank you for stealing there.
Got on my cell phone to call AMCO, okay, to come and get my car. And I'm standing there. I'm dressed. I'm in a suit and tie, And the woman saw me leaning up against my car, an older woman, and she made the comment, "Drug dealer."
That's kind
and I could only laugh because I'm like, this woman has no idea of who I am. I'm a federal officer, and she wants to think that I'm some kind of drug dealer because I'm well dressed. I'm leaning on an expensive sports car, So in her mind, okay, because I have this expensive car and I'm well dressed, that I could not be a man with a high-paying job.
That's that's crazy about that. It's just like some just like here, like people they think that, oh, they're just wearing simple thing in the way they act. Oh, they forgot that, oh, she's a lawyer, she's a teacher, or what.
Yeah.
And then this is one thing that I don't really like about my people, particularly women, because especially for a Filipina married to a Western man, They want a Filipina dressed like, like TV bullshit. Like wearing something. And then they ask, oh, she looked like a maid. Why they have to, why they have to, what do you call the, degrade the job of a house help or a maid?
It's an honest job.
Yes.
They make honest pay. That's all it takes.
And not all of you can work as the maid job. You know why they are there? I really hate. I don't.
Look down on people.
Yeah.
It's a prejudice.
Yeah. Because not all, they don't have a privilege to have that a good job. Of course, they care about their family, so they don't really mind if they work as a house help or a maid. So this is just like, remember, the Calvin interview, the girl that she was a professor, and then, you said attorney that, she looked like a maid and the other one. What the heck is that? What kind of mentality is that?
Coming from the USA, I understand. That's just like once I was coming home from the Philippines and caught a taxi at O'Hare, and I'm talking to the taxi driver, and we get to talking about politics and stuff like that, but I had already gave him my address. And when we pulled up into the building and went to go down the long driveway to get to the high-rise building that I live in, and the doorman came out to help with my luggage, the taxi driver was like, "You live here?" Like he was surprised, but, he didn't say anything when he got a $50 tip.
Yeah, it's just like, But me, okay, if you are a garbage collector in the States,
They make good money.
I don't want to put you down. As long as you are good to me, I will really appreciate that because of that the hard work, you share that money to me. But some people don't.
But those guys in the United States, and I know for sure the guys that work for the city of Chicago who are garbage men, that you guys make good money. The driver of the garbage truck makes good money, so women need to understand that the job does not make the man. That the amount of money that you make does not make the man. When I watch some of these shows where these women are talking about you need to make $100,000 or above, and I do try to explain to women that it's not a guy's job. If they really want to understand a man's wealth, they need to be trying to find out what is his net worth, not his job.
Yeah.
A man working a job making $40,000 or $50,000 a year could have $1 million or $2 million in the bank. It's according to what he does with the money that he makes.
Yes.
And so our women need to stop underestimating these men that have these blue collar jobs, because these are good men, and a whole lot of them would make very good husbands. But because the guy does not look like he's a baller, they want to ignore. That even happened to me once. I used to work for Illinois Central Railroad, and I was a mechanic. And I made very good money as a mechanic at the railroad. And I saw a woman standing on the platform, and I tried to give her a compliment, because her hair really looked nice, the way she had her hair done. And she just ignored me. This same female, I happened to see her one night at a place on the north side called the Gaslight Lounge. I knew who she was. She didn't remember me. She tried to talk to me okay? Because I had on the three-piece suit. Oh, I was clean to the bone. Diamonds on my fingers and and everything, okay? But I asked her, do you remember me? And she said, no. I said, you don't remember me speaking to you? And then I told her, I was the guy that you were standing on the platform, and I was at work. Even though I had on overalls, and yes, I was a little dirty or whatever, but you could have spoke, and you didn't. So, have a nice evening. And I walked off from her. And that's what you guys have to do to these women who act that way. You speak, they don't want to speak, don't say anything. Just walk off, because they're the losers. You see, in this Trump economy in the United States, with all of these women losing these jobs, especially those government jobs that they had, and they were making good money at those government jobs. A lot of them would think that they're too good to talk to a regular blue-collar guy. Well, now in this Trump economy, where the prices of everything is going up and they've lost their jobs, now they want to talk to you. Ignore them. Get your passports, my brothers, and see the world. See how women are all over the world and all. Because as a black man, you're a commodity. And women are crazy about black guys. So get out into the world and see the world. Don't just stay there in the United States accepting BS from women who are actually a bunch of gold diggers. The only reason that they want you is for your money, if you're making enough money. Because the majority of those women, okay, that are talking about they want you to make all of this money, they're broke. And that's the truth. What is your question?
American Blake. Okay, can the Chinese women clip her toenails next?
Oh, somebody talking about you cutting your feet. She's not Chinese, she's Filipino.
American Blake, I'm not Chinese, I'm Filipino.
Big difference.
Yeah, I don't want to have a long nails. I just cut a little nails because I'm not really into the Western women that they have claws. Come on, I'm not that.
My nails are longer than hers. It just shows that I'm a man who do not have to work for a living. Anymore.
Actually, I do my nails.
My wife does her own nails, her own hair. I don't know how many times I have offered.
You see my hair? See, I have a long hair. This is not wig, okay? This is real hair.
I don't know how many times I've tried to get her to go and get her hair done at the shop, and she refuses to do it. I have never ran into a Western woman that if you offer to pay to get their hair done, okay, that they will turn it down, okay? But my wife will say, save the money.
Yeah, because I don't like somebody touch my hair because it's ouch. It's ouch.
But if you guys have ran into a Western woman that you've offered to give them money to go and get their hair done or their nails done, and they turned you down, they didn't want to spend the money for something that they could do themselves, write it in the thing and let me know about it, okay? Take a picture of that woman, because that's, there's not that many women in the West
So
that you
write
will
down your
meet
comment.
that's like that.
Please like and share, everyone. So don't forget to subscribe.
And become a member. Become a member to the channel.
Yeah.
Me, myself, I'm not on that often, but I can tell you this is getting close to tax time. And that's the thing. I used to work for the Treasury, the Internal Revenue Service, and if you have any questions that I might be able to answer when I'm on, you could always feel free to ask me questions about stuff like that. And if I know, even though I'm not in the States where I have all of the manuals and stuff that I have to be able to look up stuff in the Internal Revenue Code, to give you an answer to, but I still have a lot of knowledge about the tax system and the government, being that I collected money for the government, and used to go into a lot of people's homes, and they had so many questions that they wanted answers to, and I was able to help them out. I've had so many people that told me that God sent me to them, because of other people that they had met from the IRS were not as nice and informative as I was to them, because if there was a way for me to be able to show you how to save money, okay, or how to get out of paying a bunch of taxes, because of a law that you didn't know or understand. I've never had a problem telling those people what to do and how to do it and what they needed to have to be able to do those things. So that's one of my assets when I'm on my wife's show, that you could always ask.
Who wants to cut their nails?
Yeah, you cutting your nails on your show. Come on, give your audience more attention, because they feel that you're not paying attention to them if you're sitting up cutting your nails while I'm talking and it's your show. I'm just a guest.
Okay, let me read this from Brett. One of my mom's cousin and his wife run a tax service in Yakima, Washington.
Oh. Yeah, that's something I had thought about doing once I had retired. But there's a time period that you have to wait once you retire before you can represent people against the Internal Revenue Service. And once I retired and started thinking about traveling, that's when I threw that up in the air and said, forget it, my pension is enough where I could travel. And so that's why we have two places to be able to live. We have a place in the United States, and we have a place here. So, that's a good thing. Good government pension. What can I say?
Yeah. So, and I really appreciate that the pension that you have, you shared with me. Okay, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So it's enough to be able to live in two countries.
Yes.
And I know a lot of us as men, we have those kind of pensions, but I do understand in this government world that we're living in right now, with them getting rid and firing a bunch of government workers, trying to get rid of them and stuff, and they really shouldn't be doing that. the work is hard enough with the amount of people that they had before because they had made so many cuts. And as they keep making these cuts and then trying to put more work on these employees, it's impossible for them to handle all of that work that they're trying to put on them. In my time period, okay, when I was there, it was that way. And that's why me retiring at age 52 didn't bother me, because I had already been working on my retirement from when I was young. And that's the advice that I would like to give to the young men that may be watching this. As soon as you start working, put away a certain percentage of your money towards your retirement. Even though you may have a retirement plan on your job, still put away a percentage. Pay yourself first. I don't care if it's 5%, 10%, 15%, 20% of what you make. Bank it and don't touch it, so that when you do reach retirement age, okay, you have your pension, plus you have all of the money that you saved up and invested, and so that you will have not only your pension income, but also an income coming off of the money that you've invested. And that's being wise, and that's the way that you want to be. Don't sit up and worry about buying all of this expensive stuff, like a lot of people do. You know, they want the biggest, the finest car, all of the brand name clothes and all. Don't waste your money on that stuff, okay? Don't work that hard, make that money, and then give that money away and make somebody else rich. Use that money to make yourself rich or wealthy. So that when you reach retirement age, and especially if you're in any kind of job that is law enforcement, usually a retirement age is about at 50 years old, because law enforcement is a young man's job. And so by the time you hit 50, it's really time for you to get out the way and let somebody younger come in and handle that job. That's like, I've seen so many videos of these cops trying to chase people, trying to chase a young guy, okay? And then when they catch the guy, that's why they want to beat him, because they're mad because they had to chase him, and I'm out of wind, and they feel like, oh, I'm going to beat your behind. You made me chase you, okay? So start when you're young, so that when you do reach retirement, and even though under this Trump administration, they are raising the age of retirement for regular jobs, okay? But if you're in law enforcement, I think it's still age 50, and you can retire. So if you're going to work a job and not own your own business, try to get a job where you can retire while you're young, so that you can get out and enjoy the world while you're still able to, while you still have your health, and able to go around the world and see what's out there for you. That's my advice.
Okay, so before we're gonna end up this show, I would like to thank Brett, okay, and Ryan for sending donation to my channel. So okay, so we talk about things lost here in the Philippines, and then before the retirement thing. So before we end up, so what is your advice for those Western people, not only for men or women? What is the best thing that they can do to go to other countries, particularly Philippines?
First thing, you have to have a passport. You can't leave out of the country without a passport to be able to get back in. That's the thing.
Okay. So, and of course, they have to, they have to look out for their money, manage their money wisely.
Yes.
Okay. And especially for men, don't fall for those, like if you go to Pattaya, if you go to Philippines or Vietnam, I'm gonna say this, don't fall for those innocent look, because that look, they gonna rob you to death until one day you realize that you're in the stage of broke stage.
And I want to say this to all the haters of passport bros who sit up and tell these lies, just be honest about it, okay, that we're bad people or something like that. People, you cannot travel 8,000 miles away from home and you're broke, okay? So with these women talking this stuff about, oh, the passport bros are a bunch of broke men and losers and stuff like that, that's a bunch of BS. When I was in the States, I never had a problem meeting women, never. And the thing is that they have such bad attitudes that you don't want to marry them, And for you guys that are stuck there and want to deal with it, more power to you. See, us passport brothers leaves more women for you. So you should be happy that we're leaving and going to other places. That opens up the market for you guys. So stop complaining. And for the women, I understand why you complaining, because you know better. You know that the brothers that are leaving the States and going to these other countries have money. And you are ticked off because these men are leaving with that money and you're not going to get your hands on it. So, Dad, leave it alone. Just be quiet and don't worry about it. If you want those brothers to stay, change your attitude.
Correct.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
So is that it?
That's it. So it's just like, you can pick the good woman that you can, you're very peaceful while you're sleeping, and when you wake up, you don't have to worry about, the mouthing thing. So
go to where women have been taught from childhood how to be a wife. Instead of these women, okay, who want to pimp you.
Six pack or 6 figure. So anyway, for those brothers that, like we said, that, take your time to know the person, to know the woman, not only here in the Philippines or Filipino women in other countries as well in Southeast Asia. You have, you give yourself a time to know the person, especially when you settle down, because you don't want to end up that you're gonna tell to her one day you fall out of love with her. So the relationship that you build with the person that you love, only death can separate. Okay, so
So I'm going to say goodbye.
so and me too.
I've got to go to the CR.
Okay.
For you guys that's not in the Philippines, that means the restroom, the bathroom.
Restroom, CR.
Have a good day, fellas.
Okay, so that's all, guys. So yeah, I don't want to stay long because it's already, almost 3 hours. So again, thank you so much, guys. And this is my, my last message. Okay, for those people that who invite us, don't think that you just come here for, for just talking or what. No. So if you're not really sure, please inform us ahead of time so that, the things that we prepare, it won't waste. Anyway, we're gonna eat that no matter what, but just to inform, because you have also to give value the effort that the person preparing for your arrival. So once again, guys, thank you so much and have a good day to everyone. Hasta luego. Adios. Bye.